very sensitive topic, like talking about sex and talking about uncomfortable. Okay.
Just keep mixing.
Yay! Sperm comes from men. Yeah.
Or like drop your pencil.
Drop your pencil and go,
Oops.
ooh, got an itch. Hey Royals, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my daughter, Kyla.
Hi.
So Kyla and I haven't done a video in a little while, maybe a couple of months. Our last video together was really short and sweet. Today we're going to be doing a Mommy Corner Monday video. For those of you who don't know and you're new to my channel, I do a lot of fun stuff here on my channel, including wig reviews, hair tutorials, makeup reviews, and things like that. On one side of my channel is totally beauty related. The other side of my channel is dedicated to being a mompreneur. I'm a mother of two. I have a daughter, Kyla, and then I have a son, Liam, who just walked out. So yeah, I'm a mother of two, and I'm also a wife of 12 years. So the other side of my channel is a lot of family related stuff, advice, things like that I have to share. And one major thing I'm going to be trying to do this year is to do more advice videos, because I have learned a lot over the years and I'm still learning now that I have a preteen. I really wanted to do this video because me and Kyla are pretty open with each other. We talk about everything, so I like to share that with other moms out there, especially if you have a preteen, to start talking to your daughters about a lot of girl stuff, especially if you have a daughter, sons too, but yeah, if you have a daughter, some topics can be a little queasy, but the earlier you talk to them, the better. And so I'm trying to make sure that I share that with you guys, even though a lot of you guys do know that. I know I come from an African home, and my mother, even though she did talk to me about a lot of things, it was more about the things that she didn't want me to do instead of the things that could possibly happen. It's a very sensitive topic, like talking about sex and talking about uncomfortable uncomfortable topics. So you got the glue all in your face. So yeah, so I know for a fact that it can be very uncomfortable. And yeah, so I know what it feels like, but I've gotten to a stage now where there's so much going on, and you see a lot of documentaries about things like surviving R. Kelly, and like little girls not knowing, or even if they did know, but you know, just being insecure, things like that. Like a lot goes into that documentary. It's really disheartening and really uncomfortable. I did watch it with Kyla, but I just wanted to reiterate some things that I've said to people that I know, and then also kind of just jump out there for you guys and let you guys know some things, obviously, because I have this platform, that it's okay to talk about these things. It's actually important and vital to talk about these things as soon as possible, because they need to know about their bodies, and they need to know what could possibly happen if certain things happen, and they also need to know like little tips about yeast infections and things like that. So today's video is going to be a little queasy for her. So I decided to not only do this video, which was much anticipated for myself, but also do we're gonna make slime. We're gonna make slime because that is something that she's been waiting to do and we haven't been able to do yet. So we're gonna do the two together. Hopefully that will kind of counteract the awkwardness of the conversation. Some of these things, a lot of these things we've already talked about, but for the things that she has not, that we have not talked about, you know, yeah, it's going to be new. So I wrote down some stuff. We're on a race against time right now, but we're definitely going to try our best to hurry up, get this video out the way, answer the questions, and if we do have to resume after school, at least we would have already started it, right? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start. She's going to teach me how to make slime, and I'm going to teach her some things that she doesn't know yet. And we're just going to have like girl talk, just regular girl talk on camera. Okay? All right, you guys.
So we are back, and now I'm going to be teaching Mommy how to make slime.
Yes. Okay, so like a book here to kind of make sure I keep track. So if I'm looking down, that's what I'm doing. But we're going to talk about four major things, first of all, and then everything else is kind of going to be winging it. We're going to be talking about your body. So we're going to be talking about puberty, and in the schools, they talk about this stuff already. So you already had like, what is it, FLE?
Family life and education.
Education. Okay, so they already have FLE in school. I had it in school where they taught you, you know, all this stuff. You know, we already learned this stuff or whatever, but it's very technical. It's not down to, well, I don't know how it is now. They probably got really graphic. Do you feel like you got all the information you needed? You did? You got a lot? Okay. So do you feel like there's still some things that you were like uncomfortable to ask in class? Yeah. So do you think that it'd be better to ask me, or are you still uncomfortable to ask me stuff too? A little uncomfortable because it's weird. Why does it feel uncomfortable?
Because every time we come back from FLE, it's like super weird, and then everybody's like, "Oh my God, we just learned everything."
So okay, and Kyla, like I said, she's 10 years old and she is in the fourth grade.
Fifth grade.
Oh dang! I want to go back in time so bad. Make slime normally like how you would, and then what I'm going to do is I will list down in the description box for those of you who want to know how to make slime. I mean, there's so many videos on it, but for you who want to see what we did, what we used, and what Kylie used, I'll go ahead and list that down in the description box.
Okay, so what you will need for slime is that you will need glue, borax, shaving cream, food coloring or paint of your choice.
Okay.
Some water, because we're gonna mix the water with the borax. Something to mix in and something to mix with. You can use like a spoon or a popsicle stick, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's cool. Oh, you got me one too. Oh, yay. Okay. So I'm gonna try to follow in with what she's doing while we're talking about puberty. So I'm gonna ask you what puberty is.
I think puberty is like when you grow, and then your body starts changing.
Nice. Okay.
It's like pouring a teacup. How lovely.
It's ooh.
I'm gonna make a little bit.
Okay.
Boop, 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 boop. And then.
Oh, that's how you do it? Nice.
Hold it.
All right, so you said puberty is when your body is changing. Be careful, don't get it on my mic. But it's about when your body's changing. That's perfectly right. So when you're growing, you're going to go through a lot of changes. And the beginning stages of your changes and these major changes, so you started growing, little boobs and hair and stuff and all that under your arms. So that was like early for you. She started growing this stuff really early, and funny enough, I grew boobs and stuff like that really early as well. So yeah, I wasn't shocked to see that she started growing early. But yeah, I mean, I know it was awkward for her because she was like, "Oh my gosh, what's the weirdest thing about puberty for you so far?"
It's like when these things come out of nowhere and they're like, "Oh my God, where did this come from, Mom?"
Do you feel like you're becoming a woman more, or does it just feel weird?
It does feel weird at the same time, and because it kind of feels like you're growing and then you're going to become a woman in the future.
Yeah, so it's okay. Okay, good. So do you feel like FLE did help you, like, at least understand that? Okay, good. Well, what's the next one? Shaving cream. So while she's adding the shaving cream, oh, that's so interesting. Oh my. Okay, while she's adding the shaving cream, puberty, for those of you who don't know, is this stage where your body starts going through changes. Men and women go through this. Ooh, that stinks. How do you smell that stuff? Men and women go through this, and they basically will have their different sets of changes. Girls grow boobs. They start getting hair under their armpits and other areas. We get acne. So you started breaking out a little bit, right? Remember when you started breaking out? Or you just have like bumps? It's your skin texture is changing. That's because of puberty too. Okay? So yeah, some people go through like crazy acne. I didn't really go through crazy acne. I started getting acne as an adult, but that's part of it too. And I'll help you, obviously I help you with masks and things and help you, teach you different things about that. And it's also the stage where you get your period. So next topic is your period. It's like the major part of puberty that everybody's kind of like, don't know. I haven't talked too much about it because it was very straightforward. I let her know that she will start bleeding. at some point. What do you understand so far about periods?
Periods. I have no clue.
You don't really? So they didn't talk about the periods in school?
They did talk about periods in 4th grade, but I forgot
The technical stuff? Well, okay, don't worry about the technical stuff. But do you know what's supposed to happen, though? I've told you what's supposed to happen. Do you know? Or maybe we didn't talk about it too. This is good. So you didn't talk about it too deep. I told you you're going to start bleeding. You know you're going to start bleeding when you have your period, right? So if you see blood, not to be scared. Right? Do you know that part? What? You seem like you don't know this part. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm learning some stuff because we've talked about this. There's a whole book. My neighbor and her daughter have a book. I'm going to try to get hold of this book. I think it's a really good book for you guys, so that if you want to buy it for your preteen, for your little one, it really doesn't matter what age, especially when you want to educate your child. It's very important. So I will try to list it, get hold of it, and list it down in the description box. I think she got it from Five Below, which is really, really great. So I know that it's affordable and you can grab hold of it for your little one. But in the book, it does talk about periods and things like that. So, and the body changing and what to be scared of and what not to be scared of. I thought she knew, like really knew. So this is good for me because I thought that she knew, like really, like you're supposed to bleed and stuff. A period, right? So you know where babies come from?
From your stomach.
They come from your stomach, yes. But your body prepares for you to have a baby every month. Every month your body just naturally goes through this process where it prepares for you to have a baby. An egg is nice and cushioned in your uterus, and there's like a safe little cushion area. It's a lot. It's technical, I know. But just think of a nice cushiony place for an egg to be fertilized and ready to go. Like it's ready.
Like a nest.
Yes, basically a nice cushy nest, right? And it's surrounded by tissue and lining and blood and stuff like that to make sure that it's nice. Boy alert! Boy alert!
Ah, boy alert!
Boy alert! Boy alert! You got to go outside. Mommy and Kyla are doing a girl talk video. I know. We'll just go to the living room. Okay, your iPad is on my white couch in my room. Go get it. Okay, so a period is menstruation. Sorry, Liam got me distracted. Period is also called menstruation. It's the same word. Same thing, different words. And every month you're going to have one. And what happens is your body is preparing for a baby every month for you to get pregnant. That's natural for you to get pregnant. And the way that you get pregnant is if... You're making that face. The way that you get pregnant is if sperm reaches your egg. Sperm comes from men. Yeah, sperm comes from men and their private areas. And when you do grown-up things, right, which is sex, if you two do something and your egg is ready to be fertilized, and it's ready because your body's going through that process, and sperm from the guy comes out of his genitalia and goes into yours, what happens is the egg and the sperm will reach each other, and now you have a baby, and then you get pregnant. So you don't even want that. No. So you definitely have to stay away from sex until you are totally ready to have a child, let alone not even have a child, but you till you're ready. You really have to stay away. Like that's no teen pregnancies. So I know that was kind of weird. It almost got awkward for me because I was trying to explain it and her face was like, whoa.
Oh, so there's like a charger and there's an outlet and they spark fly together. And then they order a baby online.
Wow. Okay. As long as she finds a humor in this, it's whatever. So yeah, that. So yeah, it's not something, it's supposed to be grown-ups do it and you're old enough to do it. You just wait. Just wait, okay? I will let you know when, hey, I know you're probably doing this now, and I'll make sure you're protected and all that great stuff. But you do not, all right? So, and we're going to get into that. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm saying this to say to you that what happens is That's what's supposed to happen. So your body prepares for that naturally every month. If you don't get pregnant, then your body now needs to release that cushion, release that egg, release all of that from you because you didn't get pregnant. You see what I'm saying? So every month, if you don't get pregnant, it's just going to release it naturally. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually supposed to happen. It's going to release the blood, the tissue, all of that. And where's it going to go? Down. And down means out. And out where? Your vagina. So, so you're going to have a period every month as long as you're not pregnant, because it's not holding all of that anymore. It's going to let it out. See what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, like that. It needs to come out, so it's going to come out. It's going to come out one end or the other. And your uterus, pregnancy, all of that has to do with your vagina. So that's the area that it's going to come out of. And that's the easiest way for me to explain it. I'm trying to get you to understand. So, yeah, I know you got kind of confused.
So now we're going to add any coloring of your choice. You can add like red and then put a little dot.
Okay, so you just put the shaving cream inside the glue. Mm-hmm. That's it?
Okay. Just keep mixing. Okay. What color? Red, yellow, green, or blue?
Ooh, yellows.
Yellow. So yellow for you.
Yay!
You don't want to add too much or else it's going to be all goofy.
Okay. Cool.
Mine's going to be red and yellow, which is going to make orange.
Oh, I thought about that. Okay. So we talked about puberty. We talked about...
Mama.
Good job, Liam. Now, do you know what you're supposed to do when you're on a period? Okay, so, well, obviously, because you didn't know what that was. So, okay, so on your period, you're going to have blood come out of you. So there's things like pads, and I'm going to grab a pad. We're actually going to do, I didn't come prepared with all of my essentials here, but I'm going to do a separate video where I probably take her shopping to get some materials, some feminine materials that she should have on hand now, especially if she's going to have her period. She hasn't had it yet, but I want her to know how to shop for certain things in case, she's not with me and she needs to get things, or, just in general, so I can show her what she would possibly need. I might go grab it, actually. It's 9:02. We can do this. So you kind of get an...
Now entertain them.
Yes, but...
So we talked about period, body stuff, and yeah, I'm gonna get the pads right now. It's weird for me, but it's educational, so then you can know what happens in the future. So like if you get a husband and then you're starting to have a child, and yeah, educational. My color of my slime is orange. My mom proposed her slime to be yellow, and yeah.
So yeah, with puberty, Kyla, a lot of stuff comes with puberty, and so you're gonna have a period. And when you have a period, you need to make sure that you have pads. I'm gonna make sure that you're equipped with these pads. Like I said, we'll probably do it vlog style, do a video of us going to grab her, like make her a nice little kit so she has in her backpack. I had my period early. I had my period at 10. So I've been kind of nervous that she might, because everything else she's been doing is very much like me. I've been kind of nervous that she's probably going to have her period very soon. So yeah, this talk is coming right on time. But yeah, I had my period at 10, and I knew I was going to have my period, but I was shocked. I was not at home. I was all the way in New Jersey at my aunt's house. And so when I had my period, I basically I had my aunt had to like help me. I was scared. I was really, really nervous because I was kind of like, I thought something was wrong. I don't know why I thought something was wrong, but I thought something was wrong. And I was really worried and nervous. And I was at my aunt's house in New Jersey. I didn't have my mom with me. And it made me very, very uncomfortable because I didn't remember talking to my mom about my period. That is a major thing. In African homes, a lot of stuff goes kind of like under the rug. It's more like a fear. Like a fear tactic of don't do this or, and that's all good. And I actually was cool with that, but really all it did was make me curious. And then on top of that, it didn't really like enlighten me the way that I would have wanted. So I like having these conversations with her, very candid, to let her know why I'm saying don't do this, not just don't do it because I said so, you know, or like, you know, not really telling her the nitty gritty. So my mom did tell me not to do certain things, but she didn't tell me why, and she didn't explain to me the technicality of it, and like just that she was looking out for me, you know. It was more of a fear tactic. I'm not telling you that you're eventually going to do certain things, but you need to wait your time because a lot of stuff can happen to you, and you're gonna have a period, and once you have a period, Kyla, that means you can now get pregnant technically. So right now you're a little kid, but once you have your period, that means your body now can hold a baby. That means if you have sex or you do anything that you're not supposed to do, you can hurt yourself. You not hurt yourself. Well, yeah, that too. You can now have a baby. That's what periods mean. So you have to be very, very mindful of what mommy's saying. Got it? I was scared, obviously, but I ended up just talking to my aunt, and I told her, I said, Auntie, I'm bleeding. And then my aunt called my mom and told her that I came on my period. We went to the store, got some new underwears, got some new some pads for me, and I started my period journey. So that's how I had my period, but I was 10. So you might get your period, and I'm trying to prepare you, okay? It's not scary because you got mama. All right, you got Miss Malika, you got aunties around too, and if you're in school, you got Miss James. She's very helpful, so you can tell her like, Miss James, I think. Or if you're at school, I'm gonna prepare you so much so that you don't even have to tell anybody. Like nobody will even know. You will be able to go to the bathroom and be like, oh, okay, I got my pad. I can do this myself. So 3 essential things I'm going to teach you that you need to have, and we're going to create a kit, is some baby wipes. I don't have any on me right now. You're going to have some baby wipes on hand, and then I'm going to show you pads. You need pads for your period. There's 3 different kinds that I have. I just grabbed some that I had on hand, but these are pads. Okay, have you ever seen one of these before?
In the store, yeah.
You seen them in the store? Did you know what they were for before this video? Okay, so these are pads, and they're kind of like diapers for your vagina. Okay, and there's 3 different kinds that I have here. There's levels because there's different flows, but don't worry about that. We'll have a period talk. This is just overall puberty stuff, but we'll have a period talk, and then I'll break down the essentials of what you need to have and the levels of pads that you're gonna have. Okay, and levels means sometimes you're gonna have a heavy period, sometimes you're gonna have like a light period. You're gonna get there, trust me. I'll tell you all of this, but I'm just telling you why I have different ones. So this one is smaller and lighter, and this is a panty liner. So girls have discharge. It just means that discharge is like sometimes you have like liquid come out of your vagina, and it's natural. It's very, very normal. Liquid and just like creamy. Sometimes it shouldn't be too creamy. Too creamy means bad sometimes, but you'll get like little liquidy stuff will come out of your vagina sometimes, and panty liners are good to have because they have panty liners because it keeps your underwear clean and keeps you dry. Okay, you definitely want to keep your underwear dry and clean because you can get a yeast infection, and a yeast infection is a no-no. You don't want a yeast infection. That's when your vagina really, really itches and you have to go to the doctor and you need to get medication. Okay, yeast infections are not good. So that's a whole nother topic, but I'm just basically touching the surface, you guys, because we're actually good on time, but yeast infection is it's like a bad infection in your vagina. It's basically your vagina is going to get sick. It's going to be itchy. It's going to be uncomfortable. You do not want to do that to yourself. Make sure you wash down there, and I'm going to get into how you do that. But with panty liners, it helps to keep it dry. All right, keep it dry, keep it clean, and they're lighter, so you don't really need, you know what I'm saying? You don't really need it for blood at that time, but you just need it to keep your underwear clean. Another thing is, after your period is done, as it's like finishing, it's not as heavy. Sometimes we use panty liners just to help little drip drops. Little drip drops keep up your underwear. So this is a panty liner, and this is how small it is. You want to open that? You can open that, and I'll show you. So yeah, go ahead and open that one. Another one is this one. It's a little bit thicker, and it's basically an actual pad. This is what I would put on when I'm on my period. And it goes in your underwear. I'm going to show you all of that. But this is a pad that you would put. See it? So it's like a little, this one's thin. Let's try not to waste it because I can still use it. But see this? So it's lighter. It's smaller. It's just a liner. All it does is keep the underwear clean in that area. But this one, you see, it's bigger.
Like a diaper.
Like a diaper. And it helps. And there's different kinds that absorb the liquid so that your underwear doesn't get messed up. And so that it doesn't spill out and get everywhere and be a big mess. Because it can be a lot of blood sometimes. It's very annoying. It's very gross. But it is definitely natural and it happens. And this one is a humongous one. I'm not even going to open. Well, I'll open it for you. This one is humongous. Look at this one. This one is super, super big and thick. And this one is for like a heavier flow. Another diaper for your vagina. But I'm just showing you different pads that you may get. And we'll go shopping and I'll show you. So that's what you need when you're on your period. And I'm going to help you get your kit together. I like to have baby wipes when I'm on my period. In general, actually, baby wipes are really, really good to have. Baby wipes or vaginal wipes, because baby wipes can clog your toilets. So they do have wipes that are specifically for wiping down there that can be flushable for us. So, because baby wipes are meant to be put in a diaper bag and thrown away, not flushed down the toilet, versus they're actually biodegradable types of tissue that you can use, or wipes that can actually be flushed. So you have to be specific and look for those things. I will list some down for your little ones. I'm going to make a list. But yeah, you want to have certain wipes to wipe your vagina. Even now, even when you're not on your period, it's best to wipe down there, because like I said, you have discharge and it comes out and it can be very, very stinky, it can be very sticky, it can be very uncomfortable, and it can cause you to have a yeast infection if you're not very clean with yourself down there. You have to be very, very clean with yourself down there. You have to be clean everywhere, but your hygiene with your vagina is very important, okay? So you got to be very mindful of that, especially as you're getting older, especially when you're on your period and you start having periods, because you want to make sure you don't smell. You go to class, you go to school, and your friends may not say something to you, but some kids are really cruel and they turn around and they'll start being mean about certain things, and you don't want them to say that you smell. And that goes back to even your underarms. So your underarms, you gotta make sure you scrub down there and you wear deodorant. It's a lot. Women go through a lot, but mommy's got you. So any questions that you have, if you ever feel uncomfortable about, something that's happening down there or something that's happening anywhere, your boobs, wherever, just like you tell me sometimes, like, mommy, my boobs are itchy. You can tell me.
Yeah, so at school, sometimes my boobs get itchy, and then I try not to itch them, but they itch really bad.
So how do you get past itching them?
So, I try to think of a way I may say, Miss James, can I use the restroom? It's like at recess time, because recess time is like free time. Mm-hmm. We usually have indoor recess, but, so yeah, I asked her if I can use the restroom. She says, yeah, of course, Kyla, and then I go to the bathroom and itch and ass.
Okay. So, that's a hard one. I'm going to try to figure out how to help you out a little bit better. But if you do need to itch, you can try to figure... Yeah, that's a hard one. I know, it's very uncomfortable, my baby. I don't know why our boobs itch. I have to look that up. I will try to, put that down here, why our boobs itch. But, mine are itching now, and it's very uncomfortable. And I think it's just part of the growing process. So I'm sorry that happens to you. I'm definitely going to try to, do my best and figure out a way to help you with that. But if they itch, girl, just try to sneak and just...
Well,
nobody's looking.
Or drop your pencil.
Drop your pencil and go, oops, got an itch.
I filled up this little tiny container and filled it up with water. Then I used 4 pinches of borax, and then I started mixing.
Nice.
So you only use a little bit, not too much.
Okay, so should I do that? Or you already did this and I can just pour it in mine now?
You can pour it in yours.
How much do we pour in?
A little bit. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
And then mix.
That's enough?
No, you keep going. You just mix full time, and then mine's turning out to be slow.
My gosh, this is so cool. It's starting to get tacky.
That's why I always listen to the ASMR sound.
Do I do more? I'm scared to ask this because I feel like you've been doing it wrong. What do you use to wash your area? What kind of soap do you use?
I don't use soap.
You don't use soap? So you just wash with water?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's actually truly the way you're supposed to do things. You're not supposed to put soap down there. Is this going right? Do I need to put more? Just keep doing it?
You can keep talking.
Okay, so yes, I was asking her how she washes down there, and we haven't talked about that because I was specifically waiting for this video to kind of talk about certain things. Well, not because I didn't want her to hurt herself, but I did tell her before not to use soap down there. So I didn't know if she was doing that or not. So yeah, dang, this is getting hard to. Do I keep just turning it? Am I doing it right?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, okay. So keep going.
If you just check it, yeah. It's good.
Okay, just keep going. Oh, okay.
Until all of it comes connected like mine.
Oh, okay. It's like a hard workout. It's like really causing me to like...
That's why everybody does slime. It's like a workout for your muscles.
Okay, this is interesting.
Your wrist.
Hopefully my armpits... I know my arm... Oh, the flick of the wrist. My armpits are not shaved, so hopefully you guys can't see.
That's the part of puberty. And then it's like underarms.
It's underarms and all that. Technically, they say you're supposed to just wash your V parts because it's self-cleaning. Your vagina is self-cleaning, that you're supposed to just wash with water. But I particularly like to feel a little bit more cleanly, so you can use vaginal washes. You just have to be careful with the kinds you use. Do your research. Ooh, it's starting to come together. Yay! You have to be careful with the kinds you use because they can mess with your pH. One that I like to use is this. Have you seen this in the bathroom? Did you know what it was for? Okay, so this is my vaginal wash, and this is from Vagisil. I don't know if you guys can see it. It may not focus on you guys right now because of the way I had the camera set. It may not focus for you guys, but this is my vaginal wash, and it's the sensitive scents one. This one has no dyes, no parabens or MIT preservatives. It's hypoallergenic and pH balanced, and it has vitamin E in it, and it's skin-friendly scent. So I like to smell a little good, or just to feel, you know, a little bit more cleanly. So you can use like a vaginal wash, and I will show you some of them that are there. But if you wanted to continue to just wash with regular water, you can do that. Just make sure that you do wash down there, okay? Ooh, our slime is coming together. Yes. So cool.
Actually, poke mine now.
I like it. This is so cool. Thanks for teaching me, Kai. Yeah, so it's basically like a really simple type of soap that's for your vagina, so you can keep it nice and clean, make you feel a little bit cleaner. But never use soap down there, like a soap bar, a regular soap bar. No, you're not supposed to put it down there.
So sting?
It stings, and it'll cause you to have like an infection. Like, you really don't need a yeast infection for putting soap. Soap doesn't go down there, okay? So you use specific washes for down there, or just water, okay? You already know you should be using deodorant by now. No scented pads. Don't spray any scents or spray down there, okay? If you feel like, oh, you have like a weird smell, let me know. Girls are supposed to have like a little bit of their own scent, but it shouldn't smell like, oh my gosh, so bad. This is horrible, you know, like I need to, go to the doctor type smell. And if you ever have itching down there, you need to tell mommy, okay?
Yeah, that was my question.
Okay, so we're going to get to that question now. I'm going to let you ask me questions because we are at 9:23 and we're almost time to get to the bus. We actually made it all the way to the end of the video. So Kyla, go ahead and ask me any questions. You got any questions for mommy?
So sometimes I don't get the perspective of boyfriend. It's like, oh, I have a boy and he's my friend.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you want to ask more of a boyfriend type video? I mean, a boyfriend type question. So what are you asking? You're asking, okay, so boyfriend can be two things. You have boy and he's your friend. This is so off topic, but a boy, and it's a good question though. So a boy that's your friend is just a friend. He's a friend. That's friend. But boyfriend, most people, when people say you're boyfriend, that means somebody that you're like in a relationship with. You guys are like going steady. That's your guy friend, and you potentially in the future kiss and hold hands. It's a different kind of friend. A boyfriend is your like guy friend. Like daddy is my husband. At one point, he was my boyfriend, and he was the only guy in the world that I dated. Does that make better? Your boyfriend is somebody that's the only guy in the world that you're dating. Like, he's your guy. Does that make it a little bit better? Versus a boy that's your friend. He's just your friend. We're just cool. But a boyfriend is somebody that's like, that's my guy, and I'm his girl, and we're like hug buddies, and we give kisses, and yada, yada, yada. But you, all right, focus on just having the boys that are friends for right now, okay? You're gonna have a boyfriend eventually, and this conversation is more so with your daddy. Like, me and daddy will talk about things like that with you. Maybe we'll have daddy on the next Mommy Corner Monday, and he can give his perspective on what he thinks about you dating and what time and stuff like that. That should be funny. What he thinks is a good time for you to start dating. Oh my gosh.
You're doing it wrong. It's supposed to be...
Oh, I get to touch it? Okay. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. I learned how to make slime today, and it was really simple. So you taught me how to make slime. I taught you some stuff about your lady parts.
So we gotta hurry.
We gotta hurry.
So
do you have any other questions about your lady parts? Itching, anything like that? You know that you're supposed to let me know. No weird itching.
No weird itching.
Sometimes we have a little bit of itch, but you don't want to be like scratching. If it's scratching, burning itch, something's wrong. You gotta tell mama, okay? Don't be nervous and embarrassed. Our next video may be a vlog, and we'll go shopping for like hygiene stuff, so you can make your nice little hygiene kit. Oh, are you afraid of having a period? Yeah.
Because then in the future, when you're gonna be all grown up and you're gonna have a child, and I'm like, oh my god.
So that's what you're scared of? Are you scared of it hurting? You do get cramps, you know. When you have your period, you do get cramps, but there's medicine for that, and heating pads, and sometimes mommy gets really sick and not feeling good, and that could be her period. But I will, oh my gosh, it gets so sticky on you!
Or you could just use more of the activator.
Put more activator. It's so sticky and it gets stuck to me. Ew! Yeah, so we do have to get going.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we really have to go. So we'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We might come back and finish up this video later and add some extra stuff. But thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, if it helped you at all with your little one, please give it a thumbs up, share it with somebody who could possibly use it, and comment down below and let us know what you think about our girl talk. See you in the next Mommy Corner Monday. Bye! Stay royal.